Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brett Laval, I'm the Director at Monash Sport, and this is Lloyd Gordon. He's the Marketing and Communications Manager at Monash Sport. We're just going to take about 10 or 15 minutes of your time today to give you a bit of information about who Monash Sport is and what we do, and to answer any questions that you might have. So we'll have time for questions at the end. But if you have any questions throughout, feel free to interrupt us and share that question, and we'll respond to it as we go, or as I said at the end of our presentation. So who are we? We're the university's provider for sports and recreation, facilities, activities, programs and services. We regard ourselves as the centre of active and healthy lifestyles at Monash University. So our primary mandate is to enhance student life on campuses. We have significant facilities and program offerings at the three major campuses, so Clayton, Caulfield and Peninsula, and about 80% of our operations are here at Clayton. So Clayton has one of Melbourne's largest integrated sporting precincts, probably only second to Albert Park, which is MSAC, and that big sporting precinct as well. So we strive to enhance the quality of student life, and we believe that healthy bodies complement healthy minds. We recently undertook some analysis of 2012 student pass rate data, and statistically the students who had a Monash Sport membership actually had a slightly higher course completion and pass rate than the actual university average. So I suppose that's a validation of our commitment to try and enhance student life and provide a balanced lifestyle for students whilst they're on campuses. What do we have to offer students? We've got a really strong array of health and fitness facilities, gym, group fitness classes, boot camp style classes, aquatics facilities, social sport competitions, other events like Monash Games, which we'll talk about a little bit, and court hire and casual court use. So badminton, table tennis, netball, basketball, outdoor tennis, lots of different sporting facilities on campus. Our numbers at a glance, that we did about 1 million visits to our facilities at the three campuses in 2013. We have a lot of social sport teams, so it's a really busy program for us. And we have daytime and evening social sport competitions. We also provide access to our facilities mainly weekdays during the day for students to come and shoot hoops, kick a soccer ball, or just basically recreate, kick the ball outside through the footy goals. So during the day, between Monday and Friday, the indoor stadium facilities or the outdoor grounds facilities or the what we call informal sports zone facilities, they're all accessible to students free of charge. We ask students to bring their student ID so that they can be identified from other users, so that we can basically control our usage and not have those people impact on student experience. But yeah, they're all accessible. Yes, Monday to Friday just for free play. Our remit from the university is to administer fees and charges for the services that we provide. So most of the services that we provide actually come at cost. In saying that, we have a student price point for everything, and we provide significant discounts to students for everything that we provide. We also try and facilitate lots of low-cost initiatives. Our social sport program is a really low-cost initiative, and we run things like $2 lunchtime tennis, so students can come and hire the courts for $2 rather than the $15 per hour hire fee. So there's lots of offerings like that, and a lot of them contained in our 2014 Sport and Monash guidance.
So if you don't have a copy of this already, I've got some spares on which I'll put on the table, but these are available from our service desk and up in the camp centre as well. They're a really valuable piece of information for anyone requiring info about Monash Sport. How can students get involved? Come over and ask us, because our doors are always open for students, and it's going to depend on what their interests are. If they're interested in weights or cardio, well, that's an easy one. The 7-day free trial, which is available on our website, is probably the go-to bit of information there. But for any sport specific or competition, direct them over to us and we can handle their inquiries from there. As I said, our doors are always open and we've always got staff on the desk that can answer any specific questions.
Our operating hours, Monday to Friday, are 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Our service desk operates 8:30 a.m. to about 11 p.m. So, in the Lloyd sense, we're actually always open. We literally are almost always open, and Saturdays and Sundays about 8 till 6.
So the 7-day free trial is one of the big ones that I'm sure if anyone went through the enrollments would have heard Monash Sport staff and a few of the other guys talking about. It's available on our website for anyone to come in, download, bring with them, and they get 7 days free access to any of our membership facilities. So the gym, the pool, and that includes all of the group fitness classes as well, and some of the swim fit classes we run in the pool, which Brett might speak on a little bit later. But basically we're moving everything online, so jumping onto our website, a lot more information, and it's a lot easier to become part of Monash Sport just by visiting our website. And the 7-day free trial is a great way just to get started.
So, coming back to the free play court hire, we're lucky on this campus. A couple of years ago, we actually converted 2 tennis courts to synthetic grass, and now they've got basketball and soccer goals on them. And then last year we converted another 2. So there's 4 courts at the moment that are always available for students for free play outside, and they're lit as well. So the lights come on for those in the evenings, and there's often numerous residential students out there, morning, lunch and evening, playing soccer or basketball or having a kick of footy or throwing a frisbee. They're available for all those different things. In addition to that, as I said, students can just come in and shoot hoops in our indoor stadium, particularly in winter when it's cold and wet outside. Generally Monday to Friday, we'll make at least one indoor stadium available. When you come through our facilities, if you haven't been through already, you'll see we've actually got 3 indoor stadia here at Clayton. So there's lots of indoor sports courts, and generally, as I said, one of those is available for free student play. So there's generally a couple of games of half-court basketball or an indoor soccer game going on in there. And as I said, we just ask students to bring their student ID. So from time to time, we do have bookings, and we may sometimes reserve the right to use all the courts for those bookings, but generally that usage is of an evening or weekend. So if a student or staff member did want to book a court on an evening or weekend and guarantee that they could actually access it when there's heavy usage loads, the best way to do that is to book it or actually purchase a pass, and that is a form of paid usage. The key users of our indoor facilities during the evenings and weekends are our clubs, our student university-based clubs. So they get access to those evening time slots and the weekend time slots, but during the day it's really accessible. That's a picture of the outdoor courts that I was talking about, and as I said, they're generally open between 8 a.m. and 10:30 p.m, and they are lit after daylight hours.
And the difference there is that they're almost never booked because we like to keep them open all the time to the informal student usage. So if all of the courts are booked in the evening, they're usually pretty outside ready to use.
And these are located just on Campus Walk, so near the residential car park for Briggs and Penrose Halls. Campus Signal, that's where they are. We've also got a running track. This is proposed to be included in the new tan track. There's a new tan track that's being proposed to the campus. It's not in place at the moment, but in the meantime, we've got a couple of different running tracks which can be accessed by students for running or walking, and an outdoor exercise area, and lots of green space for students to kick football, soccer, ball, throw a frisbee, that sort of stuff. So lots of opportunities to do stuff. And that's just the indoor sports court usage that I referred to. So that's FA Outdoor Games Hall, which is the main indoor stadium that we generally provide. Rain, hail or shine, it's always available during the day for students. You probably see that when you come through our facilities during students.
So some of our structured activities and events that we run do utilise a lot of that indoor and outdoor space. Our social sport program is and has been growing over the past few years, and I think we've mentioned it before, there's about 1,600 to 1,700 students involved in that program, over 200 sporting teams. And that's a really easy one for students to get involved in should they wish to just join a basketball team. Futsal is really popular, and also netball mixed with women's. This semester we're introducing fire sporting competitions, and that's I guess a short format competition. So we look to change that up over a few different sports. Dodgeball is one we're particularly keen to get up this semester, as with volleyball, maybe a 3-on-3 basketball, indoor cricket even. Depends on what the demand is, but that'll be, as I said, short format, lunchtime competitions, and round robin over the space of an hour, maybe 90 minutes, over the course of maybe 3 or 4 weeks. A really helpful tool is the Facebook page, where we have teams looking for players and players looking for teams. So that's a really good, I guess, pointer for anyone looking, hey, I want to join a basketball team, where can I go? And social sport competition caters for that really well. And there's also a bunch of events that we do post throughout the year. Two of the bigger ones are Monash Games and College Clash. So College Clash, all of the residential colleges and non-residential colleges taking them on each other over a range of sports. And Monash Games is, I guess, the broader side of that. So I think last year we had about 400 to 500 students competing over a range of sports, sort of like Monash's own little mini Olympics. So held in start of semester 2 at this stage, but that's, I guess, a bit of a flow on from the social sport competition. Yeah, really nice to get involved in.
We also have a couple of swimming pools here on campus, and we provide a range of different programs and services at those pools. So last year we conducted learn to swim classes for about 500 students, and we can provide all degrees of tuition. So people who are very uncomfortable with the water, to getting comfortable with the water, or actually learning how to swim at a particular stroke. And then that progresses into, I suppose, swim fit classes, which are more of a fitness style activity, and we run those classes in the mornings and during lunch times, so that they're available and accessible to students and staff on campuses. We also have a specialist women's program, which is a water familiarisation and learn to swim program, which is a water women program. So that operates out of the swimming pools here on campus, and they've got a swimming pool as well. Those facilities have recently been renovated, so they're looking nice and fresh, and getting lots of people swimming in there already. I suppose that basically concludes our presentation. Most of the information that we've outlined is in this booklet, which we've got copies of here for you to take away. As Lloyd said, our website is a really great source of information for students, and our Facebook page has got a lot of followers now and is updated pretty much on a daily basis with happenings and events and different special offers that occur. So we'd encourage you to steer students towards this as a starting point, and also our website and Facebook page.
We're really lucky here at Clayton to have the facilities that we do have. As Brett mentioned, the in-out and almost the quality of the facilities rivals something like MSAC at Albert Park. So there's really no limits as to what students can and can't do in physical activity and recreation at Clayton campus. So one message would be just to take advantage of it while you're here. To anyone looking to recreate on campus, definitely Monash Sport is the place to go. Did anyone have any questions or anything specific they want to know?
Thank you.
Thank you.